Hello and welcome to Duffers. This is a card game, a deck building game. This is the solo version of this game. It is basically we're gonna play 9 holes of golf, and each of these holes has a different yardage on them. You can see the yardage on the right side and the par on the left side, and the total par is 34. And the total yardage 2,695 yards. And the way this game is played is the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to see which holes that we're going to play first. So I'm going to draw 3 cards out of the 9. These are the hole cards. I'm going to draw 3 of them, and those are going to be the first 3 holes that we're going to be able to play. This hole right here is hole number 5. The Meadows, 270 yards, par 4. The second hole is the Pumpkin Patch, and this is hole number 2. It's par 3 with 175 yards. And you'll notice on this hole that wood cards cannot be used to complete this hole. So I can't use any of the woods on that hole. This hole here is Moonshot. And Moonshot is the 9th hole, 510 yards, par 5. So it looks like a rocket ship there. You can see that. Looks like a rocket ship going to the moon. All right, so we've got 3 holes there. Now this game plays out in a solitaire fashion. So just like solitaire, I'm going to draw 3 cards from here, and then hopefully I can play one of those cards on one of these holes. And then if I play that card and if I see the next card, I'll be able to play that card as well. It may be. That's the hope. After I complete a hole, I'm going to be able to take a card from here, and this is the equipment deck. And the equipment deck gives special abilities, allows you to trash cards that you don't like and draw other cards and use those and things like that. This is the luck pile. Sometimes a card, when you play it, it says draw a card from the luck pile. This could be good luck or bad luck. These cards can't be discarded, but they can be trashed, which means that you can take them off of your hand and out of the game. These are duff cards, and duff cards are bad. They're just bad. So you really don't want to have to play a duff card if you can get away with it. All right, so we're going to do this in solitaire mode. So I've already shuffled up everything. So I'm going to draw 3 cards here, and I'm going to go ahead and place them up. And the first card I draw is a gimme putt. And obviously, I'm not putting on any of these holes. Every hole requires that you see these conditions here. You got to have a card with a P on it. This is a putter. But you can't putt until you get onto the green. And the way you get on the green is you add up all the yards on your cards. This one, see, has 0 yards, 1 shot. And you add up all the yards, and you can be the exact yardage or up to 50 yards over that yardage, and then you can putt. So that's pretty much how that works. So let's draw 3 more cards since I couldn't use that one. Hoping for something big. Another rule, too, is that when you play a card for yardage on one of the holes, the next cardage has to be the same yardage or less. So you can't play, say, this card, which is 115, followed up by another card, which is like 140. You can't play the 140 on top of the 115, but you can play the 115. But you can play a 115 on top of a 140. So a 9-iron is 115. That's not really going to help me anywhere. So I'm just going to keep drawing. Also, last rule pretty much, I think, until we actually see some specifics on cards, is just like solitaire, I'm going to draw through this deck 3 times. And if I don't complete a hole, any hole, basically, that hole that I don't complete I count it as double par for my score. So we really want to complete holes. This one's a Miracle 9-iron. it counts as a putt card, but I don't have anything 70 yards, so it doesn't do me any good. Keep drawing. This one's 120 yards. I guess you really can't see it unless I put it up here. 120 yards and reveal the top luck card. But 120 yards is not really going to do me any good. And a luck card could be a bad luck card or a good luck card, so I'm not going to play it. This is not looking good. I need to play a card soon. This is a regulation putt card for 2 putts, and that's not really going to do me any good. So I'm going through this deck pretty good now. This is not great. Here we go. I think finally I can play something. 190 yards. This one is. It's a fairway wood, a 3-wood. So I can play this for 190 yards and a stroke, and I can reveal the top luck card. So 190 yards. I can't play any woods to complete that hole. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and play it here, and I'll reveal the top luck card. So this card right here is a lucky break. I gain the top card of the Pro Shop deck. So that's nice. So I'll put that here. And the top card of the Pro Shop deck basically goes right here on top of my pile. And I can play that now if I want to. Play special ability to reveal 2 luck cards. Play one and place the other on the bottom of the luck stack. Okay, I will play that special ability. I'm going to go ahead and reveal 2 luck cards. And here are the 2 cards. One of them is bad luck, minus 75 yards. Well, that's not, that's a bird that just took my ball away and took it 170, or took it 75 yards away. That would be pretty bad. This one's lucky break. Wowza, a hole-in-one. You may complete a par 3 hole for 1 stroke. If you do, immediately trash all cards you played this turn and those remaining in your hand. Well, that's an impossible shot. It says impossible ace. It's basically off a bird and off a tree and then into a hole. I'm going to play that right here on the pumpkin patch and the par 3, and I'm going to go ahead and take a hole-in-one on that. That's pretty awesome. So we'll just give ourselves a 1, and that is an eagle. So that is pretty nice. There you go. You see that there? That is a 1 on number 2. So once that happens, and oh, by the way, this card here, this bad luck, I'm going to go ahead and put that on the bottom of the deck, of the luck deck. And because I completed this hole goes away. I turn over another hole, and this one is beginner's luck. It's hole number 1, 130 yards, par 3. So since I did that, I actually gained a card from the equipment deck because I finished a hole. And this one says, when you play this card, it's a superior steel cleaner. So it looks nice. It says, when you play this card for yardage, you may trash a duff card from your hand or discard pile. I don't have a discard pile, but basically I have, the hand there. If you do, gain 50 yards until the end of your turn. Well, I think that I should definitely play that. Now, this card doesn't count for just the club cards count for higher to lower. So I can play this anywhere. But if you do gain 50 plus 50 yards, this is basically a 70-yard card. It brings me just short on this one, though, unfortunately. It's 190 plus 70 is 260, and this is 270 yards. But it probably could give me an advantage over here on the par 5. So I'm going to go ahead and play it there. It says I can trash any a duff card from your hand or discard pile. I don't have any duff card anywhere, so that's no big deal. But it does give me 70 yards for that hole. So Now I only need 440 more. All right, finally, we're going to go ahead and draw some more. So that was pretty successful. I like that hole in one. That was nice. All right, so let's take a look here. We've got a 3-iron that goes, a 5-iron that goes 175 yards. And I gain a Duff card when this card is played for yardage. So the question is do I want to play this 175 yard club here and gain a Duff card? And the answer is yes, I'm going to go ahead and do that. Mainly because I'm 45 yards over here. And a Duff card is not going to add any yardage to it. It could add a stroke. It could take off yardage, which it doesn't usually take off, I think, more than 30 yards. So even if I took off 30 yards, I'd still be 15 yards over, which is just fine. And it's not a wood card. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Duff card. And this Duff card is a hook. It subtracts 30 yards from your total yards. So that's fine with me. I basically hooked it in there nicely to 145 yards to basically about 45 feet from the hole. And now I'm on the green. So I really need a putter in order to finish that one off. Here I've still got, 440 yards. And here I've got 80 yards to go. Here's a 2-iron. Unfortunately, for a 2-iron, I would have to play everything less from that, and so that's 440 plus 195 yards. That would still leave me 245 yards, and I can't play anything over the 195s. So and that's too much for this. So I think I'm just going to have to keep drawing. 1, 2, 3. Oops. 1, 2, 3. Put it right like this, and then we go here. Here's a 3-iron for 180 yards. It's the same kind of issue. I mean, it's just, it's kind of unfortunate. I just don't think that it's a smart move to play that on that par 5. I'm really looking for a driver over there, so I'll just keep drawing. All right, 1, 2, 3. And then here we've got a chip shot. So there's 8 of these cards in the deck. It basically gets you 30 yards so you can get closer to a green if you need to. But right now, I don't need it. So it is worthless to me. Oops, looks like I have an equipment card in here. That should not be in there. I'll put that at the bottom instead. Which means, really, that I should have drawn one more. But that's neither here nor there. We'll just leave that as is. Okay, so here we've got 130 yards. 130 yards. What was the other yardage on that? Yeah, these were too high. These were like 100 and these were too high. So 130 plus 190 gets me to 320, which for 270, that's 50 yards. That's fine. And I reveal the top luck card, and I can play it immediately. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to reveal the top luck card. And the top luck card says, lightning strike, bad luck, discard all equipment cards in your hand. Well, I don't have any equipment cards here, so that's awesome. And this hand is different than this hand, so I don't have to discard that one. If I played this on there, then I would have to discard that, but I'm playing it on here because this is part of this hand. So I don't have any equipment cards to do it. So now I'm at 320 yards. Now I just need a putter for this, and I need a putter for this one. And for that, I just need a bunch of yards. So let's take a look. This one's a 2-iron for 215 yards. Once again, I got 440 over there. This gives me about halfway there, and it's not going to get me all the way there, so I'm just not going to play that. And also, it says a Duff card, so no thanks. I don't want to play a Duff card over there. 1, 2, 3. I'm looking for a driver or something big. Oh, look at this! I got a big head driver. And that's 275 yards. And I reveal the top luck card. So I'm going to go ahead and play that over here. So that's an extra 75, 275 to the 70. So that gives me a 345 yards already. And here's a luck card that I have to draw. This is bad luck. All players gain a luck card. I'm sorry, a duff card. So I got to get a duff card for that one over there. And this one is a whiff. So I got to add 1 to my total strokes. So unfortunately, I've kind of lost the yardage that I gained with that with this card here. 70 yards for free. Now it's not free really anymore. It's more like 70 yards for a stroke because I got to add a stroke here. So I'm at 345 yards for 2 strokes, which is pretty normal. So that's fine. I got 345 yards. I still got to get another 165, which I can play. I can play under the 275, so I'll be fine. So this luck card is done. Okay, so here's the next card. It's 210 yards for a 5 wood. And if I play it over there, it's going to be 280 plus 275, which makes it 555 yards, which actually is good enough to get onto that hole. So that might not be a bad card to play. The only deal is that I got to reveal the top luck card. And so that might be a little sketchy. But you know what? I'm going to go ahead and do it because at least it gets me on the green. Well, unless, of course, a luck card gives me way more yardage or something like that, which they can do. But 275 plus 210 is 485, plus 20 is 505, plus another 50 yards is 555. So I'm within the yardage by 5 yards. I got to draw a luck card. Lucky break. Plus 100 yards to the end of your turn and gain a duff card. Okay, that's not so great. So now I'm way over. I'm at 655 yards. And it says I gain a duff card. Toad. Half the yardage of the club card in your hand with the greatest distance. Okay, so that takes off half the yardage of one of these this card, which is 137 and a half yards. Oh man, this is interesting. So I've got 100 here. An extra 100 for the lucky break, and I got to take off 137 yards there. So basically, I'm taking off only 37 and a half yards out of what I have. So 275, so that's 237 and a half, plus 210 is 447 and a half, plus another 70 is 517 and a half. So actually I'm only 7 yards over. So I'm still okay. I'm still putting. That was a little weird, but that's where I'm at now. I'm putting, and I am putting. So I need a putter. Please. 5 wood's not going to do me any good. I need a putter. I'm going to draw 3 cards. And it is a chip shot, which is no good. I need a putter. A 6-iron is not a putter. A 2-iron is not a putter. Jeez. I need a putter, a chip shot. Oh, boy. I'm running through this deck. Not good. 5 wood. I need a putter. Oh, here we go. A gimme putt. This is a 1 putt. I guess it really doesn't matter which hole I decide to go with. So well, it does kind of, because if I don't finish that hole, it's worth double par, and that's more than anything else. So I'm going to go with this. All right. And this is how we do it. We add up all the strokes. We've got one stroke here, right here, and a gimme putt. And we got one stroke here for the 210-yard 5-wood. The big head driver was one stroke, so that's 3 strokes. This did not add any strokes. That did not add any strokes. And that did not add any strokes. So that's actually an eagle. That is 3. So we will take 3 shots. I basically smash it on in 2 and make the putt. So that's 3, and we'll go ahead and put down for hole number 9 an eagle. There we go. All right. Now, since we did that, these here. Oh, did I not count these? Oh, shoot. I had a whiff, right? Okay. Well, I got to add one more. That is not an eagle. That is a birdie. I had 2 more cards to deal with, so I got a birdie there because I whiffed it. So I whiffed it, and then I put it on the green. All right. I draw one of these holes. This is Pine Alley. This is hole number 4, 255 yards. We'll put that there. I also gain a card here. Let's see here. So this is a special card. I can use it for the special ability. Play the special ability to trash a Duff card from your discard pile. If the card is a tow card, then draw a card. So I don't have a discard pile. So the rules state that since I don't have a discard pile, it says trash. You may trash a card from any hole's hand, removing it from play. There's no discard pile, so no card can be trashed from it. So I can actually trash this Duff card if I wanted to, but I mean, maybe I should, because I get to draw a card. Instead of doing 3, I can only draw 1, and I can see if that's a putter. I'm going to go ahead and trash this card, which means out of play. And I'm going to draw 1 card. And that is a pitching wedge. And that's not really going to help me. So, boo. I need a putter. This is a chip shot. That does me no good. 3. And this is another chip shot. That does me no good. And the last one is a gimme putt. Okay, that is good. I need that. And I'm going to go ahead and put it on this par 4 here. So let's count them all up. I got a stroke here for the gimme putt. That is nothing. This is a stroke here for the 6-iron. And this was a stroke here for the fairway wood. So I got 1, 2, 3 shots on this par 4, which was a birdie. That was a long putt to make. So I was 350 yards out. That's 150-foot putt that I just sunk. So that's hole number 5, and that was a birdie. And we've completed 3 holes, and we are done with the first deck. So we are just right on pace, actually. We're going to go ahead and discard these out of the game. We are going to put 1 more here. And this is hole number 8, 425 yards. Par 4, round the horn. All right. And then since I completed the hole, I'm going to get a card here. And this one is a titanium tee. And a titanium tee gives you 30 yards right off the bat. And at the end of the game, you subtract 4 strokes from your final score. Oh, that is awesome. I'm thinking I'm going to put it over here on this par 4. Because if I do that, then I've only got 225 yards to go, and I can put that on in 1 shot, and then maybe get a gimme putt for an eagle. That would be awesome. All right, so I'm going to put that titanium tee there. All right, so we go 1, 2, 3 cards, and it is a gimme putt. So you know where that's going, right here on this hole. So I put a 5-iron there, and I just made a 45-yard putt. So that is awesome. That is a 2 on hole number 1, which is a birdie. And we are going to discard that, and we are going to put out another hole. And this hole is hole number 7, and it is called Turns Reach. Turns Reach. It's 390 yards, par 4. And this one has a special condition on it. This one is players cannot exceed the hole's distance by more than 20 yards. In other words, I've got to be 410 to 390. So this is an accuracy. See, because you got that water behind it. You can't go over too far. All right, so we will keep that there. And since I completed that hole, now I get a club card, an equipment card, and this one is ultra textured grips. Look at that. That's nice. And this one, trash a chip shot from your hand or discard pile. Well, I don't have I don't have any over there either. And this gives me 30 more yards. Well, the question is do I want to continue to make that one easier to get to, or do I just, lessen, one of these other ones? And, maybe we just lessen this one and get this one down to 395 for now. I think that might be good. Here's a 90-yard card, and I really don't think I want to play that anywhere. So we'll just move on. 3 cards. This is a 9-iron for 115 yards. That doesn't do me any good. I need some big yardage. Big yardage. A miracle 9-iron basically puts you right next to the hole, and it counts as a putt card. And so it's 2 shots. So you just automatically kind of go and tap in your putt. But that's not going to do me any good. I need big card. I need big yardage. Big yardage is what I need. 120 yards. That's not big. I need some big yardage. This is a regulation putt. I need yardage. Please give me yardage. 160 yards. Well, that gets me to 190 over there. Nah, I don't like it. I need to get some fairway woods or drivers or something. I mean, I gotta get something big. An 8-iron, that does me no good. This one is a 7-iron. That is not good. I am rolling through this really, really big. I need to get something big. Okay, here. 215 yards. All right. Yeah, I think that I'm going to go ahead and play that card. I get a Duff card, but I think that I've got to play it. So I'm going to go ahead and play that card, and I get a Duff card immediately for it, and it is have the yardage of the club card in your hand with the greatest distance. So that just drops it down 107 to about 107 and a half yards. So that's not great. I got a long way to go. The one thing that the Duff card doesn't do, though, even though you count it as half, that you actually still use this number and can actually use a card that's, say, 210. You can still put that card, even though it only just basically affects that. It doesn't affect the actual value of the card for that. So that's nice. Here's a 3-wood for 230 yards. That actually gets me on that green right there at 260. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, although I do have to get a luck card. And the luck card is bad luck, +1 stroke until the end of your turn. So unfortunately, it did get me on the green, but I got there in 2 shots. So now I need a putt. Yeah, that kind of stinks. a chip shot, if I play that here, it's 260 plus 30, which is 290. I mean, I'm still within the range there of the green. I'm still on the green, but it just adds another stroke, and I don't think I want to do that. So let's just get. I need more yardage here. Here I need tons of yardage. I just need yardage. 95 yards. What is that going to do for me? Nothing. I need a putter or yardage, right? A chip shot. Nope. 1, 2, 3. A 5-iron for 150 yards. This is at 107, so that would bring me up to 257. That's about 140 yards short. That's not too bad, actually. I might be able to do that. I'm going to go ahead and play that here. So I'm sitting at 257 yards, and I basically need 140 to 160, I think. What was that? 157 or 257, and I cannot exceed 410. So it's actually going to be 140 or to 150. 150. Ooh, 150. I need 140 or 150. Yowza. That's kind of rough. Anyway, the next card up is a regulation putt. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use that putter over here and finish up this hole. So I have two shots for the putt. I've got an extra shot for my bad luck. So that's 3 shots. And then 1 shot here for the 3-wood. And then no strokes here. So that's 4. That's a par 4. And so I got par. Put that right there. Par 4. All right. We'll take this off. We will gain an equipment. I'm sorry. We'll draw a hole. This hole is the spider web. And this hole is hole number 6, 320 yards, par 4. All right. And I get to draw an equipment card. And this equipment card is standard golf balls. And when I play this card for yardage, I can draw a card. So I get 25 yards anywhere. And I think that I'm going to go ahead and play that on. I think I'm going to play it here because I've already lost 100 and a lot of yards, 107 yards from that. So that gives me back a little bit of it. So I'm at 257 plus 25, 282 yards. So if I can get 110 yard or 120 yard or even 125 yard club, I'll be able to play it on there. I do get to draw a card though. So it says when I play a card for yardage, I draw a card. So I'll just draw 1 card. This is 185 yards. It's not so bad for that spider web. And I do reveal the top luck card. I'm getting a little nervous because I've done 5 holes and I'm still not on the green on any of those. So maybe I should play that card like over on the spider web. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I reveal the top luck card. This is what the card looks like, by the way. Top luck card. Here's the luck card. A lucky break. Draw 2 cards, then discard 2 cards. Okay. And the rule book states regarding discarded cards, it says that there is no discard pile. When required to discard a pile, choose a card from a hole's hand and add it face down to the bottom of your solo deck. But you cannot remove luck cards. So I have to draw 2 cards, and then I have to discard 2 of them. So I'm going to go ahead and draw 2. And these are the 2 cards I just drew. One of them is a 3-wood for 270 yards plus a duff card. And then one of them is a 4-iron for 185 yards and gain a duff card. So the question is now is, do I want to go ahead and play these cards and then immediately discard them? Actually, I could discard this toad. If I discard this toad, here, this would have the yardage of the club card, but of the highest club card. So that would actually remove the penalty there. And that would bring me to 365 plus 25 is 390, which is exactly 390. Okay. I definitely am going to discard this card, which goes basically to the bottom of my deck. If I just recall what I just read, choose a card, face down on the bottom of your solo deck. So this goes down here. Discard 2 cards. So I got to discard another card. I could play one of these cards and then just immediately discard it. I could play both these cards and discard one of them. And the question is do I want to play one of these cards? If I played this card, for example, and then I played this card on top of it, I would gain 2 duff cards on that hole. And that would bring me at 455 yards plus 30 is 485 yards. And I'm pretty much hoping for at least one of those to be a hook card or a slice card, which drops 30 off. And if I get both of them off, then that would bring me down to 425 yards, which is right on the button. And when you get right on the button on a hole, then you actually draw an equipment card when you do that. So I'm sorry. No, that is not correct. You get to trash a card. You get to take a card out of the game when you get a bullseye. But I do have to discard a card. And you cannot discard a luck card. So I can't discard this card. I could discard that card from that and just be fresh. Or I could discard one of the duff cards if it's a whiff. You know what? I'm going to do that. I'm going to play both these cards here. So that's 455 plus 30 is 485 yards. And I'm going to get a duff card for each of those cards. This first one is half the yardage of the club card. So I really don't want that. That one's probably going to be discarded. The second one is a slice, subtract 40 yards from the total yardage. That one's fine. This one gets discarded to the bottom of the deck. And therefore, I've got minus 40, plus 270, plus 185, plus 30. So that's basically minus 10 off of 455, which is 445, which is absolutely fine for that hole. So all I got to do is get a putter there. And on this hole, I'm right on the money. So if I get a putter there, I'm looking real good because I'm at 390. And here I'm at 185. And 180, and then my next card is a 6-iron, which is 165 yards. And 165 plus 185 is 350. And that actually puts me on the green. And if I draw a duff card and it's 30 yards less, well, then that's great. I'll be right on the money. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I have to gain a duff card. Unfortunately, I got the slice, and that subtracts 40 yards. So now I'm at 125 plus 185, which is 310, which actually puts me 10 yards short. The next card is a chip shot, which actually puts me back onto the green since I've sliced it off to the right. And so I got to chip onto the green. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. The next card is 170 yards. No. So I need a putter. I got a putter, and a putter. So all I need is putters. 3 cards. A fairway wood is not going to do it. When I don't need yardage, I get the yardage cards. Of course, I need a putter. All right, here's a putter. A regulation putt. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and put it on. Why don't I just put it on this one here? Let's count up all the strokes. There's 2 strokes for the regulation putt. 0, 1, 1, 0. So that's 4. That's a par 4 on number 8. And we got our 4 right there. All right. We did not get a bullseye on that hole, so we'll just go ahead and discard the hole, and we'll get our last hole, which is hole number 3, cakewalk, 220 yards, par 3. Cakewalk. All right. We're going to gain an equipment card for finishing the hole, and the equipment card are golf balls, Tech Core. 50 yards you get. And when you play this card for yards, draw a card. You may ignore all hook and slice cards until the end of your turn. Interesting. What if I play this card over here? Would that work? This would give me an basically, because I get to ignore all hook and slice cards. So I get to ignore this. I get an extra 50 yards. Let's see. 185 plus 165 is 350. No, that's way too many yards. That's way too many yards. So no, I cannot do that here. So basically I've got 350 minus 10 is 330. Yeah, 350 minus 10 equals 330. Hold on a second. Did I mess up and not need to play that card? 350 minus 40 was 310 plus that. Oh, 350 minus 10 is 340. Yeah. So that's 340 yards. If I put this on there, it's way too many yards. In addition to that, this one's right on the button, so I don't need to do that. Here, I'll put it here. 50 yards already right off the bat, so I just need 170 more to go for that one. So I need a putter and 170 yards. This one is 100 yards, so no thanks. I need 170 to get there. 3 cards. Second time through the deck. 285 yards. That's way too much. Could have used that earlier. 1, 2, 3 cards. Here's a gimme putt. Oh, I need that. That is awesome. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get this gimme putt, and I'm going to put that on the par 4. And I guess I should really do it on here so I can trash. Man, do I want to trash a card right now, though? That's the issue. If I trash this card here, I'm not trashing any strokes. If I trash this card here, then I'm actually trashing my yardage, and I'm not on the green. So maybe I really don't want to do that at this point. Yeah, so I'm not going to play the bullseye one yet. I'm going to play this one over here and just finish this hole up. So I got 1 stroke here for the putt, a stroke here for the chip, no strokes for the slice, 1 stroke here for the 6-iron that I sliced. That's no strokes. And then 2-iron for the nice 2-iron I hit right to put myself in position. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4 shots. And this is a par 4, so I got a par. So we'll go ahead and discard that out. That's hole number 6, par 4. Put that right there. All right. Now we need to take a look. Actually, I don't put a hole out because we're done with holes, but I do draw an equipment card. And this is an arm brace blaster. And an arm brace blaster looks like that. And it is a special card, so I can play a special ability to trash a chip shot. If you do, you gain double the chip shot yardage until the end of your turn. I don't have any chip shots out there, so it doesn't matter. 1, 2, 3. I need 170 yards. This one is a Duff card. I'm definitely not going to play that card for sure. Let's just make sure that I don't have to play that. Let's see. This card is not revealed, and you will have to play it again. Does that mean that I must play it somewhere? If a club card says to gain a Duff card, draw 1. Duff cards that change reduce hard but does not change intrinsic yards. I don't think that I have to play that. Wait, it says you must play this Duff card if it's in your hand. Well, I guess I'll play it here, and hopefully I can trash that later on. Here's a chip shot. I don't need that. Here's another one. Have the yardage of the Duff of the club card with the greatest distance. So I guess I'm going to play another one there. Might as well. Let's see if I can get those cards trashed or discarded at least. 1, 2, 3. I got 2 holes to go. 250 yards. Interesting. Well, I guess I could go ahead and play this 250 yarder, and basically put it over here for 125 yards. That would bring me to 170. I just need 50 more to go. So I guess I could do that. Let's go ahead and do it. So it's basically 125 yards plus the 50. So 175 yards. So I need, I just basically need 125 plus 50 is 175. I basically need 45 yards. Here's a 9-iron for 90 yards. I could do that. Have the yardage of the greatest distance. I'm wondering if I have to have it twice. So it goes down to not only 125, but it goes down to 60 something. 62 and a half. If that's the case, 62 and a half plus 90, 152 and a half, 202 and a half. Or do you play that card on that and then have this card as well? Because that card already has a Duff card on it. Hard to know. I think it probably applies. This one applies to this card. This one applies to this card since it already has a card on it. So I'm going to go with that. So 250 minus and 1/2 is 125. Plus 50 is 175. Plus 45 is 220, which is right on the button. So I just need a putter for that guy right there. A big head driver is not going to do me any good. I need putter. I need a putter, and I need a putter. All right, here's a putter. Regulation putt. Oh, you know what's interesting is that I could trash a card by getting this thing right on the button and trash one of these cards. So that is interesting. If I did that and trashed a card, what good really would that do for me though? If I trashed this one, for example, I'd be way over. I'd be at 250, 345 yards. It's not going to do me. I already kind of made my bet over here. So, yeah, I mean, there's no reason for me to trash the card. So I'm just going to go ahead and play it over here. I don't think this was a good hole. Regulation putt 2 plus a stroke there plus another stroke there. So that is a 4. That is a bogey on number 3. My first bogey. I guess it's better than double par, right? So there's my bogey on number 3. A 4. Now I can go ahead and just leave that gone. And I'm going to go ahead and draw an equipment card because I finished the hole. And this one is play special ability to discard a duff card. If you do, draw a card. Well, I don't have a duff card, so I just need a putter to get this thing done. 3. Gives me a 3 iron. That's no good. Anything with a putt, please. Chip shot is no good. A putter. 7 iron. No. 2 iron. Nope. Oh, I got only half the deck left. Come on, putter. 1, 2, 3. A 3 iron. No, that's not good. Come on. 1, 2, 3. I need a putter. A chip shot. No. No. This is getting down to the wire. A pitching wedge. No. Oh, I need a putter. A chip shot. No. Oh, this is not looking good. A 5 wood. Oh. This could be an 8 on this hole. I need a putter. A pitching wedge. Oh, man. But I don't have. Oh, man. I have 2 draws left. This has got to be one. A chip shot. And the last one is a chip shot. Unfortunately, we did not finish this hole that we put on the green perfectly. The daylight got to us, and we took an 8 on that hole. That is rough right there, an 8. All right, so we're going to go ahead, and we're going to add up all of the scores here. We started off with a birdie. Then we got a hole-in-one on number 2. Of course, we bounced back with a bogey on number 3. Then we went par, birdie, par, quadruple bogey, but apparently it wasn't the sun because I still was able to play some more. So I got a par and then I finished it off with a birdie. So that's 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 1 over, even par. So 34, even par. And the nice thing about one of these holes and one of these things was a titanium tee. And I get to subtract 4 shots from my score. So that takes care of this double par and basically gets it back down to a 4. So we'll go ahead and we got a bonus of -4. So in total, we shot 30. 4 under par for the round. And that is Duffers, the solo mode, the beginner course. The next video I'm going to do is going to be the advanced course. So stick around for that next time. And until then, have a great day.